Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We start on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. We can see, still that we're in the range. We're basically back in the middle of the range. We haven't changed structure yet to the last videos, and we are watching the smaller time frame to understand if this upside structure can be maintained. And the idea that a wave 4 has indeed bottomed when we had this flush, this washout on Monday, Sunday to Monday. So this still counts as a wave 4, still has characteristics of a fourth wave, lots of overlapping price action. Yes, it's a deep wave 4, which happened there, but the wave 2 down here was sideways. So sometimes when the wave 2 is a sideways correction, the wave 4 can be deep. So this is still possibly subject to change. If we rally very aggressively from here, I might bring back the previous analysis, the previous scenario, where this here was just a lower degree wave 4 in a larger third wave. So basically that this third wave is still up here. We're now in an internal fourth wave of that third wave. That wave count was, I think it suggested we had a 1, 2 here, 3, 4, 5 of this 3. Then another 4, 5. And that would give us another 4, 5 for the bull market into the region of 125 to 140K. At the moment, just out of caution, I've changed it to this wave count, which is absolutely valid and has definitely become more likely after the Monday dump. In this scenario, we should only get one more high in 5 waves to maybe 90 to 100,000 USD. This is pretty much what I'm tracking here at the moment for Bitcoin. Important things to note are that, yes, we give the bulls a chance. We check again if a reversal has happened here. But if we cannot hold the Monday low, then we have to be prepared for a decline to 43K. It doesn't mean we have to get to 43K, but it means that 43K is the next support. I've highlighted it here in yellow what that means. It would mean that we're dealing with another B-wave rally in a still unfolding wave 4. And it would simply mean that this is morphed into a WXY structure. So I can show that a bit more clearly, that we say this was a wave W instead of an A wave, this decline into the April low. This is a wave X instead of a B-wave top here in July here, and then this is an ABC in wave Y. So this would be, let's say, a reasonable alternative to track. But it would just mean be on the side of caution here, what we're doing right now there, because we're now in a B-wave resistance area. So if I'm tracking here a standard resistance zone, then this gives me a standard B-wave resistance, which goes all the way up to, well, 65,061. At least we have a couple of levels to watch here. So we've got 61,330. We're below that level at the moment, consolidating below the golden ratio level, and 65,061. Just additional levels to watch. I'm not primarily following the yellow wave count, but if we start to see a break below key support levels on the 1 hour time frame, then this is definitely what we need to prepare for. I think from a tactical point of view, it means that you just need to be ready that if the price breaks below the Monday low, so just below like 49.5K, we could see a dump down to 43K. So what does that mean for your portfolio? Are you comfortable with your Bitcoin holdings? Are you comfortable with your altcoin holdings? These things need to be answered. And if you're not, you might want to maybe reduce exposure. That's just, everybody's individual decision, of course. But for now, I'm focusing on higher, and we're going to take a look at the shorter time frame right now. So before we do that, quick reminder, today I'm going to publish an Ondo video specifically on Twitter, specifically on X, because you guys could vote here for a coin for me to analyze only on X, only on Twitter here on the weekend. Make sure you check it out. If you're interested in Ondo, just make sure that you follow only the account with the blue check mark. You can also find the links in the description on here on Twitter. We also update several charts here with updates. You can check it out as well if you're interested. Yesterday, for example, I sent an update through here for say, I think it was say, yeah, here, 11 hours ago. So let's go to the smaller time frame chart. I also want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance, by the way, but this is the 1 hour, no, 30-minute chart actually. On this chart, we're tracking this white scenario I just showed you, where we said, okay, maybe on Monday the 5th, wave 4 bottomed. So there are obviously certain conditions that need to be fulfilled, certain parameters, and we're dealing with a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside. That's the problem. This wave 2 is shallow, so it's not very reliable, but we can go ahead with this wave count as long as we're holding above the red line, which is 54,600. I just told you about key conditions that need to be fulfilled in order to maintain that directly bullish perspective, and that is one of them. So any break below like 54,600 will increase the risk. We're going to test like 43k, or at least that we're breaking below the Monday low, which would mean that 43k is at least next support. Doesn't mean we have to break that level, but it's you know, it just increases the likelihood. But for now, I'm tracking this still as an impulse, in which we had 3 waves up from there, from the Wednesday low, Thursday low, and this here was a wave 4 pullback, and we could have started wave 5. So as per my updates yesterday, the ideal next upside target is 66,850. That's for the larger third wave. So this is the first ideal target for a third wave. If we get there, I call it a viable third wave. We'll then add support for waves 4 and 5. For now, yep, we have reacted to that support zone and we're moving higher, but it's very, very weak movement. It's Saturday, and we need a break above the trend line here next, yeah, and the micro resistance area at 62k to, I think, increase upside momentum. But that's still unchanged. The structure to track, the structure I'm tracking, the support region did hold, and we had a nice reaction to support, but we're not out of the woods, because we haven't broken above the trend line, we haven't broken above resistance, and we have to be on the side of caution that this could turn into a diagonal. So be prepared for the blue wave count. As I said yesterday, I'm tracking that as an impulse right now, but it could morph into a diagonal if we see a break below the Friday low, which was here at 59,600. We could move down in wave C. Then we still have a chance to move higher. However, it would morph from an impulse, which is quite easy to track, to a diagonal, which will be difficult to track and to trade. Looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart, then let's go there. We have pushed to the next trend line. Pushed to the next trend line that we talked about. So the price actually got there, not the price, the value. And we had 1, 2, 3 touch points. This is the 4th one. So it's interesting to see if there is going to be a reaction there. I won't rule out further upside, and I also won't rule out that we maybe get one more final push to 58%. I have to say though, as long as the top is not in place, Bitcoin is gonna do well, yeah, compared to the altcoins. So there is no altcoin season in sight until we see really a break to the downside, and minimally I'd say a break below the last low at 54.4%. But this is now interesting because we reached quite an obvious trend line, as well as very close to the golden ratio resistance level there. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.